Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Taurus in the month of September 2018. Hi, Taurus. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. As you can see, Taurus, I went ahead and shuffled off camera, so to cut down on time. I'm going to shuffle now for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and facing upwards, I'm going to begin the reading. Check for the timestamp in the box below. Also down there, you'll find information on how to get personal reading with me. You can go ahead and shoot me an email at my, email me, and then we'll go ahead and set something up. All the steps are down below. All right, let's go ahead and get your outcome now, Taurus, for September 2018. Ooh. A little stubborn. I feel it. Feel it. God, I feel it. Very. Thank you. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Alright, let's go ahead and flip the rest and see what's going on. Okay. Nice. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright. Alright, where's Taurus in September, please? Please show me where Taurus is in September 2018. Thank you. All right, Taurus, coming into September 2018, you come in as the Ten of Wands. Well, that's fun, I said sarcastically. Not fun at all. What you have here is quite a burden, a hellish burden. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it there in the camera, but there's like a silhouette of flames, like in the background of where this person is basically ensnared or trapped with these 10 wands, but there's sort of like a city on fire or a building on fire, whatever. But things are just really tumultuous right now for you. Some of you, this is like an internal thing. It's something that you're carrying with you, this energy of feeling like so overworked, so burdened, feeling abused in some cases, feeling as if people or situations are just piling, like dog piling onto you. Like it's so much weight to bear. So in some cases that might be a physical thing. So some of you might be in physical pain, you might be physically overwhelmed, maybe through your job. Maybe you have a job where you're outside working under the sun or in hazardous conditions, and so it's just really taxing on your body. But again, for others, I feel this is like an internal space. Like, so your spirit, your drive, your ability to push through is sort of like hitting a breaking point, and you kind of want to get, like, you just want to be done with it. Like, this is also, not also, but in traditional interpretations, especially with the Rider-Waite deck, this is a card that says the burden is almost over, you know, you just push up to the finish line and you'll be done. The goalposts are so near. I feel this is less of a goalpost resilient energy. I feel that this is an energy of Jesus Christ, get me out of here. Like, this is I feel some of you want to abandon ship. Some of you want to just call it quits and say, F it, screw this, screw them, screw you, screw everything. Like, this is like a flipping tables, knocking crap off of the shelves, like, not in a tantrum or anything like that, but like absolutely reactionary, absolutely, because you've been pushed to your breaking point. Like, you're about to flip out. You're about to flip out on somebody. Or in a work situation on several people. Maybe you're having issues in your workplace. You can't stand the people you work with. You can't stand your boss. You can't stand the employees that work under you. You're their supervisor. You're their manager, whatever. you've had enough. You have had enough. And it's really bad because I don't think you can get out of this easily. Okay? So you have a job and you need this job. Financially, because you have a family, whatever. Financially, because, you know, like everybody else in the world, you've got bills to pay, you have responsibilities, you have a lifestyle that you love, you know, you get paid well, but oh my God, is it stressful? And you feel like you want to like just go postal. And I know that's a really old term, but some of you feel like that. Like you're feeling a deep sense because of the fire. Again, there's, first of all, the color of the card is very fiery, right? But then also the impression of the flames in the back. Some of you, this job that you're in, I feel it's mostly like a job situation for many of you. If not, it's like an internal thing. And for a smaller portion of you, it might be a relationship thing. But you are feeling so destructive. You feel so destructive. Like your impulse to punch someone in the face is like constant. You want to choke somebody out. You want to break everything you in sight. Like, you are a bull, Taurus, and you are seeing red. Every time you step through that door, every time you punch in, every time you go home and you look at your husband or you look at your wife, you're like, you're like a bull and your horns are fixed and you're wanting to just run someone down. Very, very strong energy, Taurus. Very, very like, again, I feel very tense. Like, I felt tense while I was shuffling your spread, while I was getting to your outcome and everything. Like, it was stuck energy. Some of you feel like backed into a corner and like, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? And I think you struggle with this energy because you are thinking, you're using your head. You're using your head. 9 of Swords. But your head is like no better, you know? You're trying to look at the bright side, you're trying to logically, pragmatically figure out a solution to this thing, and you can't. Like, you're plagued with whatever solutions that you're trying to entertain, that you're trying to, you know, figure out, well, if I did this, what would happen? Or if I tried this, maybe I could, if I tried this, maybe this person over here would react this way, and then we could get over the situation. Like, you're sort of like running schematics through your mind, different plays, different ways to approach a situation, and you're really not finding a solution there. And so that aids in why you're feeling so stuck. You feel stuck here. You feel burdened here. You feel like because you need a paycheck, because you have a family to feed, because you have financial obligations, because you want that trip to Greece next year, you have to stick this job out. You have to stay in this relationship because you said some vows 20 years ago, and it means something to you. Because in the eyes of God, in the eyes of your family, in the eyes of whoever, you just feel obligated. So because circumstantially you feel obligated, you're trying to figure out a way logically that you can make sense of the situation, that you can push through, that you can fulfill your duty, fulfill your end of the bargain. Others of you, this is a commitment that you made to yourself. So it might be you wanted to quit smoking, or you wanted to get certain behaviors under control, or you wanted to have a different outlook or a different perception in your life, or a different way of approaching things, and you're finding it hard to break certain behaviors, certain habitual behaviors that have really been in place with you for the majority of your life, okay? And like I said, in other cases, it's a relationship, and you're like, oh, I've been here for like 15 years. I might as well just see this through to the end. And then you're looking at your watch, and you're like, damn, it's only been 5 minutes. How long till the end? So it's this feeling pressurized and burdened and obligated because of circumstances or other people, okay? So, and your mind, you try to go the logical route. Swords, not your home suit. It's not pentacles. It's not like your wheelhouse. It's not where you're most comfortable. Not to say you aren't logical or smart or anything like that. You absolutely are. Everybody has this potential. But because it's not your familiar like go-to move, because again, swords are definitely again, related to mental capacity. So we're talking about communications, right? We're talking about having to negotiate. That might be the issue. You might need to negotiate, and you're not finding it easy. You're trying to get things lined up so that you can get out of this position, and someone's not negotiating with you, they're not compromising with you, or there's a bunch of loopholes that make certain things impossible for you, or there's loopholes that allow someone to get something over on you, and it's just this battle. It's like a certain battle, and a lot of you feel as if the walls are closing in on you. Fire and destruction here. Here in the top corner of this card, you've got those columns, and they're collapsing, right? So, Jesus Christ, Taurus, I feel like you're on the brink of like a panic attack, or like a mental and emotional breakdown. Again, I feel like you're being pushed to your limits. And the Nine of Swords is traditionally in the Rider-Waite. This is about deep anxieties, things that plague you in your sleep. And that might be true. This might be like a dreamscape for this person, for this guy. This might be like a living nightmare for him. And therefore, it might be a living nightmare for you, Taurus. You're just like unable to see a way out. You can't physically break out because wands deal with physicality. It's how you move through the world. It's how you interact in a tactile way with the world. So you literally have to get up every day at 5 a.m. The alarm goes off. You literally have to do it. You literally have to go and get a shower and get in the car and go to the job and punch in. And then you got to wait till your lunch so you can go outside and have a smoke break. And then, you literally, physically have to continually engage in this activity with these people, with this circumstance. You cannot physically have a break from it. You also mentally don't have a break from it. And this or this? Yes, okay. All right, so there. Thank you. So we're going to talk about that after. I'm sorry. That's a little funny that they made. So Two of Pentacles, right? So there's choices and decisions that need to be made. But you're really caught up here. And I think that for some of you, this decision that you're pondering, that you feel you have to make, you're not making it lightly, but you are going towards it lightly. What do I mean? A lot of turmoil here and here. Just massive amounts of turmoil. Massive amounts of drama and headaches and arguments and disagreements and all of that stuff. Drama, 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 drama. Can't get away from it, can't get away from it. Your escape route is this. You need to pull the trigger, not literally. Oh my God, I realize I just said that, but don't pull any literal triggers, please. Please. Okay, but you need to make a decision and stick to it. Let me go ahead and explain that the long way instead of using that terrible cliche. But you're approaching it gently, quietly, carefully, right? In the traditional Rider-Waite, the Two of Pentacles shows a guy and he's juggling. He's got the infinity symbol between his two hands, and it's sort of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. In this particular Two of Pentacles, and I love this deck so much, it's more of like I made my decision, but I'm not telling anybody about it. Or I'm slowly moving towards making my decision, but I'm not telling anybody about it. Like, it's really quiet. It's really calm. It's really, really, really careful. So if this is about a job, some of you are putting in like 5 applications a week at a new job. You are trying to get transferred to a different department. You just are doing it all in the quiet because you don't want to upset the apple cart. You don't want to upset the boss that you work for, who's a pain in the ass. You don't want to upset your coworkers who all they do is nag you or complain about their lives, and it makes your life miserable. All you want to do is go to work and just get your work done and go home. I don't want to hear about your life, Betty. Shut up. So you're just making your moves on the quiet, on the sly. You're really, really, really trying to set things up for yourself to ensure some type of, not success, but transition to a peaceful, calmer place Like, the difference between these two cards and this card, first of all, look at the color. A lot of red, yellow, orange, tormenting. This guy is impaled twice by these swords. This snake impaled, right? This guy in a burning flame of fire, right? Or burning ring of fire. Burning ring of fire. Yeah. Johnny Cash, right? This guy coming in from the ocean or the sea or a lake. He's barefoot. He's walking on the sand. He's being real careful. Much calmer, though. Blues, yellows, a little bit of green, a little bit of white. Very different. So you want to move towards this more serene, calmer, pastoral, just relaxed state of being. I feel a lot of you, I know I'm saying work a lot, but a lot of you, this is also like an internal space. Like, you feel super stressed out in some other area of your life, work, family, love, school, whatever. But internally, or rather the resonance or the area that it's like pounding on you and hammering you is internally. You feel such disarray, such turmoil, such, like I said, destructive impulses. And inside, this is what you want. You don't want to feel like you want to take a machete and take people's heads off, or take a hammer and like knock down the walls in your house just cause you want to let off some steam. You want to have a transition to a place where you're not seeing red, where you're not agitated, where you're not being gaslit. Some of you might be getting gaslighted by people in your life. You know, people are aggravating you on purpose because they want to see you fail, because they want to see you blow your top, because they want to see you in misery. So you just want to get the hell out of that situation, because Taurus, you do have that impulse in you, or you do have that, I shouldn't say that. You have that stereotype about you that it's easy to push your buttons, it's easy to get you riled up, it's easy to get your goat, basically, and really call into question your integrity. And you are very dynamic in that way, where you don't take anybody's mess, you don't take anybody's crap, but you don't want to live up to that hype. You don't want to live up to that stereotype. You want to be somebody who can make calm, clear decisions, practical decisions also, because it is Pentacles, right? So again, you're putting in applications at a different job, or you're trying to get transferred to a different department where you're just not going to be gaslit by Betty or your boss or whoever. You want to start separating from your husband or your wife, because, God, you can't take them a minute longer. 18, 15, 25, however many years has been enough. Get me out of here. I'm done. And again, it's not easy. This is not easy, because there is that feeling of obligation. It is that feeling of a responsibility and sort of abandoning that. But for God's sakes, Taurus, if you don't take care of you, who the hell else is going to take care of you, right? If you don't make steps and plans to ensure your serenity, your peace, your calmness, your contentment and stability, who else is going to do it? Nobody else. Nobody else. So, again, Pentacles, dealing with practical steps, putting in applications, talking to a lawyer about a divorce, talking to someone about how you can separate oh my God, the word was in my head and then it's assets. Thank you. Separating assets or liquidating assets, whatever you have to do. In other cases, you're talking to, or you're considering talking to a counselor. I feel really, and some of you, this anger, this fiery, that you feel, this tight fist of rage, like the Arthur fist, the Arthur meme, right? You don't know where it comes from. So some of you are like, I need to talk to a therapist. I need to talk to a counselor. I need to get my head together. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. So whatever you decide, you're moving towards it slowly. It's ever so out of your reach. You're just like a few more steps and I'm there. A few more sessions with my counselor and I'm finished. Or a few more talks with my lawyer and I'm going to know how to proceed forward with these divorce papers. Whatever. I feel like you have a corner here, which is where you are, and this is where you want to be. Where you are, where you want to be. Where you want to be is back to this. You want to be back to the Six of Cups. Lovely, isn't it? Serene again, peaceful, calm. Look at the difference. Reds, and then you transition to nice blues and greens and yellows and all that stuff. Calm, raging colors, calming colors, okay? So you want to be back towards the Six of Cups. And I say back because some of you know what this is. Like, this has been, some of you, it's a relationship in your life that has come and gone, or it's a stage in your relationship that you want back. So maybe not divorce, but maybe family counseling or marriage counseling, excuse me. Maybe that's the practical step that you need to make so that you can get back to this lovey-dovey, you're my soulmate kind of energy with your husband or your wife, right? For others of you, it is about a relationship that has come and gone. So it's someone from your past that you're like, hey, I'm back in St. Louis. I took a red eye here from LA. I'm back. And they're like, what? You've been gone for like 5 years. What's up? And, you just meet up and casually get to know each other once more. It's sort of that energy of you want to get back to what is familiar to you, what is passionate to you, what is fulfilling to you, what is kind of makes you feel all warm and toasty inside, right? And others, it's not really about another person or a relationship. It really just is about this reminiscing, like you're reminiscing on the past. Whether or not you actually meet up with someone from your past, whether or not you actually rekindle a relationship or get back to a more effusive stage in your marriage or relationship, it's not even necessarily about this manifesting in your physical world and being able to see and feel and touch and taste this. It's just about the novelty and the memory of this. And that's what you want. You want to be more aligned to this energy of feeling connected with other people, if not just one person, and feeling more love in your life. Not a lot of love going on over here. Much more love over here. Not a lot here. So there's that element missing for you, Taurus. You are trying to find that missing piece of love and romance and feeling joy and feeling contentment and feeling like dreams can come true. You've been living in the harsh real world of there are no dreams. There's no cute and cuddly emotions here. We just show up, we do the hard work, and we go home. We go home to a loveless marriage. We go home to a sexless marriage. It's just been a painful reality. You want a little bit of a dreamscape as you make this practical decision towards whatever new venture or new path you're going in your life. You want a revitalization in your heart. You want a revitalization in your emotions, Taurus. If it isn't to do with the actual like one-on-one relationship with someone, an ex, or rekindling in your marriage, it's just, again, you want to feel soft. Thank you. You want to feel soft. These are hard and harsh energies, right? You want to feel freaking soft and cuddly and cute. Taurus, you're a much better lover. I mean, you're both a lover and a fighter, but you would prefer to be the lover than the fighter most days. Most days you prefer to be the lover and not the fighter. And I think that's what's going on here. You're tired of fighting. You're tired of feeling as if you're backed into a corner and that you have to defend yourself. You got to give people the horns. Like, you're tired of having to go in like this offensive, very, very aggressive energy. You're so over it. You're over it. Getting you through will be the Strength card, right? Card associated with Leo, so there might be a Leo of significance in your life who might help you or is of interest to you, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be an energy that you're taking on yourself. And I mean, I love this. This is a card of ownership. Oh God, is that what I mean? Yeah, I do mean ownership. Because look at how she's like flexing with this shirt. Like, and look at her face. In this particular case right now, this is like ownership. Like, I own this. This shirt and what it represents, I own it. I got it. I did it myself. I bought it myself. I earned it. I did whatever. So let's unpack that a little bit. Strength card traditionally talks about taming a beast, right? Taming sort of a rambunctious or challenging side of yourself or aspect of a situation. It really is a test of strength and will and determination and coming out on top. And it's not necessarily about brute strength. It's not usually about who's the fastest, who's the strongest, or anything like that. It's more about who can work with this demanding, complex, very dynamic, and very ferocious energy, and not tame it as in to make it docile, but tame it so that it works in your benefit. It works alongside you, in tandem with you. It's better to have a lion that maintains its ferocious energy, but exerts that energy on your behalf, than to tame the lion and remove that energy from it. Who wants a lion that doesn't roar? How boring. How underperforming. How just not useful is that? If I get a lion in my house as a pet, and I'm like, hey guys, I got a lion in my house, and people come over, I want that lion to be able to roar. I want that lion to be able to scare the bejeebus out of certain people. I want that lion to look like a badass, you know what, standing next to me, but constantly under my control. Constantly respecting me as the owner, okay? So, what does all that mean? You, being a bull, are also have that wild animal energy in you. A lot of signs don't have that, like a Virgo. A Virgo doesn't have an animal attached to it, right? Gemini is twins, right? So for those zodiacs that are represented by an animal token or an animal, not a mascot, but geez, you know what I'm trying to say, have this ferocity, this beast-like quality innate in them. Now, I'm not saying you are a beast or you look like a beast or anything like that. What I'm saying is you have power, innate strength, like non-human strength. Does that make sense? Like, in any fight with just about any wild animal that we revere across the world, snakes, elephants, bears, lions, tigers, oh my, right? I'm going to bet that animal is going to demolish a human being in a competition. You're not going to be stronger than an elephant or a snake or a bear or a lion or a bull. You're just not. Okay? So why am I saying this? You, Taurus, are a bull. You naturally are a beast. You naturally are stronger than most people. Okay? You are naturally stronger because this animal spirit, this animal energy, this animal instinct, if you will, lies within you at all times. At all times. It's with you. It's with Leo. A little bit with Sagittarius. And even old Pisces. Pisces is just two fish, but Jesus Christ, it's an animal, right? So that's just my personal interpretation, okay? Is that those that have the animal energies on their side throughout the zodiac just have a little something extra sprinkled on top. Just a little extra. A little extra zest. A little extra zest, okay? So take that into consideration. You have this natural beastly energy within you. If you tame it, if you work with it, it will work for you. Here, you're letting people get your goat. The situation is getting the best of you. The person or people are getting the best of you. Your shortcomings, your addictions, your behaviors, your habits are getting the best of you. Get control of your beast. Get your strength back. Take it back. Actively. You're going to make choices. You want this, make the choice, use this, you get it. Right? It's also an enlightened, there's also something here with enlightenment. She's got that headpiece on, that little crown kind of thing, and the sun's coming up above her head. So with some of you, your strength is going to come from, it's going to come down to you, from the universe, from God, from whatever you believe is up above, right? You're going to be, I don't want to say enlightened, but you're going to feel enlightened. Does that make sense? You're not going to necessarily be enlightened, but you're going to feel it. Whether it actually is or not, I don't know. It might just be sort of like a fake it till you make it kind of thing. But you're going to feel more energized from a... for lack of a better word, from a spiritual place. All right? I'm not necessarily feeling like some of you guys are going to church, or that you're praying or meditating, or that you're talking to gurus or priests or pastors. I'm not necessarily seeing that. What I am feeling is that you're believing in yourself. You're believing in your own divinity. Thank you. You're believing in your own position as a child of God or child of the universe or some creature that is connected to something bigger. Therefore, if I am a part of something that's bigger, I have a bigger purpose, I have a bigger relationship with, or not bigger relationship, but I have a significant relationship with a higher being. You're going from not focusing on the day-to-day stuff, it's breaking my back to go to this job, it's hurting my heart to live in this loveless marriage. Instead of focusing on that, you expand your vision, right? And you get closer to your personal beliefs in God or something else. Right? You start seeing yourself as being greater than your day-to-day life. I hope I'm explaining that right. And that gives you strength. For some of you, it really is like a religious or a spiritual sort of awakening for you, or a way that leads you to a deeper enlightenment on your religious or spiritual path, where I think it's very sudden, actually. Like, boom, all right, I'm a child of God. I remembered. And that's also kind of the detail here, is like, it's a recollection. Like, you're remembering who the hell you are. Remember. Oh, remember, I'm a child of God. Oh, remember, I'm an enlightened being. Oh, remember, I'm a spiritual warrior. Okay, and then you're done. I mean, you're not done, but once that realization hits you, kind of unstoppable energy, Taurus, kind of unstoppable. Okay? And you've got this Princess of Cups, aka Page of Cups in other decks, right beneath the Strength card. So again, it's a strange thing because you are an earth sign. So that's not relative to cups. It's not relative to the water element. You're really more of a pragmatic person. And like I was just telling Virgo in their birthday reading, earth signs definitely are very logical. Like, they're almost as logical and in their heads as air signs can be. But this reading for you, Taurus, is showing a movement towards your heart space, a movement towards your emotional center, towards your emotional health, towards your emotional creation or your emotional output. Like, you're tired of feeling like you're being beat up from within and without. You want to be peaceful. You want to be calm. You want to be nurturing. You want to be loving. You want to accept love into you. You want to give love out. Love, 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 right? So you're getting in touch with your water placements in your chart. If you have any of significance, maybe your Venus is a water sign. Maybe you've got rising or your moon in a water sign. Or there's significant water in particular houses. So if you've got a lot of placements in your 4th house, which is ruled by Cancer, it might be significant. Or even in your 12th house, which is about, death and change, or not the house of death, but it is about significant changes. It's the house of Pisces, the 12th house. So things like this. Or with the Princess of Cups, you have a water sign around you who might be of significance, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And for some of you, it might be that. For some of you, where this is a relationship thing, this could be someone, it doesn't have to be a water sign, but somebody who just sort of gives you the butterflies a little bit. You look at them, they look at you, there's a little, hint of a wink, little hint of a flirt in your interactions together. And, she's kind of sultry, right, the princess? She's looking right at you. She's not blinking. Her intention is pretty clear, right? So there's not a lot of mystery in her intentions. The caution would be there's a lot of newness in her intentions. It's not polished. It's not professional. It's not practiced. Okay? So this could be someone who's very new to you. Maybe you just met them. Maybe you'll meet them soon. Maybe it's someone that you have known for a while, but this feeling towards them is new. this whole flirting thing is like a new thing that has developed between you. Like you've never before flirted with this person. You've never even looked at them in that way. But now, in a certain light, knowing that you've got a divorce on the table, or you've got a separation coming up, or you're just determined to not feel crappy, suddenly you're seeing the world through new glasses, and you're seeing this person through new glasses, right? In other cases where it's not a person, it really would just be this energy that you're inviting into your life, this energy of playfulness. Like, she looks kind of stoic a little bit, a little sultry, but there is also a little bit of play. There's also an indication of an adventure, because right there on the edge, you've got a boat. Or a ship, I should say, not a boat. So there's this idea of adventure, playfulness, new horizons. Where are we going next? You know, every Saturday we're taking a road trip somewhere. We're going to a new farmer's market. We're going to a flea market. We're going to see a play. We're going to go see a live performance. We're going to go tour a distillery. We're going to do whatever. There's just this idea of new. Like, I think everybody can relate to like the new car smell, right? Where something about the new car smell is so alluring, right? It's so delicious. It's weird. Like, it feels good. It tastes good. It's just like, oh my God, new car smell. It's just weird. It's very inviting. So that's kind of what I feel. It's like this person or this energy is like super inviting. And again, I think I mentioned it up here or somewhere. There's this idea of getting back to being playful, to being open with your heart, open with your emotions. And I did tell Virgo that in their birthday reading. Of all of the earth signs, Taurus, you definitely are the one who is more aligned with your heart. Like, you're more, it's easier for you to get to that point. You know, you're ruled by Venus. Like I said, you're definitely known to be fighters, but you're also known to be lovers. And so it's easy for you to get here. It's easy for you to envision this. It's easy for you to see that that's what you want. It's just a matter of execution. I think your most crucial card in your main spread is the Two of Pentacles. You have to make moves that are practical, that are grounded, that are solid, that make sense to get you towards what you want here. You want resolution. You want to be away from torment. You want to be away from drama. You want to be away from burdens. You want to be away from feeling physically and mentally and emotionally drained and beat up. No more of that. But you have to make those moves. You're in control here. You're in the driver's seat here for sure. Okay? Now, what's your outcome for September? Prince of Swords. So, some of you might be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you know, the standard speech. You guys know it by now, right? Male or female, doesn't matter. But the Prince, aka the Knight of Swords, if you want to equate him to the traditional Rider-Waite deck. Oh, gosh. If this is someone external to you, he's a smug bastard. Look at that face. He's a know-it-all. He's got his little textbook there and his sword. And he tries to play it off, this guy. Like, he's almost like aloof to his own smug, like, yeah, he's like aloof to his own smugness. He's got like that little flower there. Is that like a lily or something? I'm terrible with flowers, so I'm not sure, but he's got that little flower there. And it comes between his knowledge of his book of knowledge, his textbook, and his sword, which is his ability and his capabilities to communicate. Right? So he thinks that because there's a flower, because he presents it softly, or he presents it with some type of air about him. Like, this could be, and I'm saying him, it doesn't have to be a man, it can be a woman. So this is the type of person where maybe they critique you, or they critique a situation, or they throw in their 2 cents, and they think because they talk in a voice like this, that it makes it more acceptable. Or, you know, or they speak very matter-of-factly, they don't use much inflection, or they use big words, and so they just think that makes them sound smarter, when really it makes them sound condescending and like a dick, right? So this person really lacks tact in terms of how they communicate. because, there's plenty of sayings, but basically like, just because you dump a bottle of perfume on a plate of poop doesn't make it not a plate of poop. But to this person, it smells good, so it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's still a plate of poop, sir. I think this person also is like really arrogant or not condescending, conceited. Like, their number one priority is them, but they don't act like it. Again, they're smug, or they're like hiding it. Like they're trying to pee on your leg and convince you that it's raining, and you're like, dude, it's a yellow stream. It's not rain. I know it's not rain. But they're like, oh yeah, it's raining. Yeah, look, it's raining. And you're like, dude, I see you. I see your little wee-wee, and it's aimed towards my leg. Your stream is on my leg. And they're like, no, it's not. It's just the rain. Like, they think they're, like, rope-a-doping you or something. Now, why is this person in your outcome? Or this energy? It doesn't have to be a person, but why is this in your outcome? I think this is, like, your combatant. So if this is your boss, or if this is a work situation, this is your boss. I'm really tired, boss. I've worked 50 hours this week. My body is... my shoulder... I popped my shoulder out. Oh, are you in pain? Are you okay? Are you sure? Like, they're trying to downplay how awful your situation is. They're trying to downplay how stressed you are, how overworked you are. For some of you, this is your husband or your wife. And they're just like, they don't see the problems the way that you see them. They don't see the distress. They don't see the hurt that they've caused you. Oblivious. This person is oblivious. Oblivious. And they are not clever because you see it. You know this person. You know this energy or this person. It's not clever. It's not cute. Nobody's fooling anybody over here. I see you. I see all your tricks. I see the stream of urine coming out from you onto my leg. This is not how rain works. And they just keep going on. They keep perpetuating the same storyline over and over again. It's raining. It's just rain. It's just raining. Oh, no. Oh, really? That what you think? No, I think it's rain. And it's like, stop playing games with me, Mary. Stop playing games with me, dude. Just be straight up and honest. This guy can't be honest to save his life. And the irony is he thinks he is being honest. He thinks he is being a person of integrity. And I keep saying he, but again, it could be a female. This person thinks that they're honest. They think they have integrity. They think they have dignity. They think that they're doing the right thing. They think that they're saying all the right things because they think they know more than anybody else. They're conceited. They're stuck on themselves. Why, again, are they in your outcome? Combatant. This is who you're facing. This is the person that you have to defeat, the person you have to get away from, the person that you have to, in some cases, negotiate with in order to get this sweet little corner here that you have, that you have as your desired outcome, or as your goal, I should say. Tough, because as when you're aloof and you're conceited, you just will continually engage in the dance. You'll continually engage in the deception, in the manipulation. You will not put it down. In some cases, this person likes it. Like, it's a sick game to them to see you wiggle like a worm on a hook, to see you in distress, to see you in pain. Some of them like it. Misery loves company. In some cases, they are miserable too. But in other cases, it's just a matter of power. It's a matter of control. It's a matter of having the final say. So if this person is setting your schedule, if they're a boss, and you're like, I can't work these hours, they're like, oh, I didn't know that. And they're just writing it in there. Like, you're telling them, I can't work those hours. Oh, no? It's in the book now. It's in the schedule. See you at 8. And you're like, mother effer. I told you I can't work that. See you at 8. I can't work that, but I'll see you at 8. You know? Persistent. Oh. Overall energy for the month of September is the Four of Cups. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, you've got an uphill battle. Let's not sugarcoat that. I hope you feel I haven't sugarcoated anything, because I've been trying to be real straight up with you. This is not easy. This is not an easy reading. This is not going to be easy time for you, Taurus. And this Four of Cups is different again from the traditional Rider-Waite, because in the traditional Rider-Waite, it's one hand coming out of a cloud offering a cup of sort of salvation, of a solution, or of a gift that someone sitting under a tree is refusing to accept. In this particular card, all of the cups are there, and they're all awful. They are all unsatisfactory. Okay? And I think that's just more speaking to the state of affairs. Like, there's no silver lining for you. Like, I think you're gonna wake up many days in September, and probably before October, for some of you since October, but August, July, June, a lot of you have been waking up to this feeling of, my God, what do I have that's of substance in my life? What do I have that's making me happy? What do I have in my life that is giving me my life, making me feel like I'm living my best life? A lot of you have been waking up, and the answer to that is nothing. Or the answer to that is really hard to define. It's really hard to pinpoint. Again, that's the overall energy. It's just showing sort of what the climate or what the temperature is of this reading and of this time frame in your life. Oh boy. And behind there you've got the Lovers. So some of you are dealing with the Gemini for sure. What's behind that? Out of curiosity. Four of Pentacles. Stuck energy. Capricorn. Some of you, there's a Capricorn at play in this situation as well. And the Empress. So deep down behind some of these troubles, some of these obstacles, some of these obligations, some of these stuck energies, there's a richer place, because the Empress is aligned with your energy sometimes, Taurus, ruled by Venus, or associated with Venus, I should say. And that's a richer state of mind. It's a richer state of being. It's a more fulfilled state. It's a happier state. You just got to get through the muck. You got to get through the crap. You got to get away from these dickheads, right? You got to get away from these people that want to take you down with them, or see you not progress, not ascend. They don't want to see you get any higher than them. God, it's ridiculous. And remember, when I was shuffling for your outcome and your overall, and when I was doing your spread off camera, it was a lot of stuck energy. It was hard for this spread to even come together. You do not have an easy task. You have a very challenging road ahead of you, Taurus. And Godspeed, my friends. Godspeed, okay? I really wish you the best. All right? So that's going to be your reading for September. If this reading resonated with you at all, go ahead and interact with the video as you like. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I would love to see the channel grow. It's one of my intentions when I started this YouTube channel was to really get in touch with the collective, because, you know, before this, I was watching, and still do watch, plenty of YouTube readers. And I'm like, oh my God, they speak to my life. They're talking my life. They're speaking about me. And so I want to return the favor to the collective, because I've gotten to a point as a viewer of other tarot readers, I'm like, the guidance is not necessary for me. And I felt really compelled to give guidance, you know, because I was doing it in my personal life and people were really resonating with it. I'm sorry to give you this little spiel, but you know, I'm trying to engage more with my viewers, right? So in my personal life, I was just seeing a lot of people were resonating with the messages I was giving them, not here published for the world to see, but in private. And people were like, oh my God, that was true. And this turned out to be true. And some people were like, that's not true. And then a couple weeks later, they're like, oh, Jay, you were right. Oh, you were right. You know? So I felt really compelled to start this channel to kind of bring this to a more, to a wider audience, to more people who I would never know. I don't know where many of you live. I don't know many of you people. I know like a few of you because you're friends of mine. But for the vast majority of people who watch these videos, who interact, who subscribe to the channel, I don't know you. But I do want to know you, because I know tarot has been very helpful to me in my journey. And so it's sort of like the pay it forward or pay it back, or however you want to think about it, however you want to conceptualize it. So that's my goal with this channel. Anything else is just like the cherry on top. It really is about connecting with people. And so the way that I feel I can do that is to see the channel grow more, and to see people interact with the channel more, and interact with the videos that I put up. So if you are on that vibe, and if you're on that train, awesome. Let me know. So like I said, like, share, subscribe, and comment, do all that fun stuff. And I will be back in about a month when I come back and I do your readings for October. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Bye.